I want to welcome everybody to the 27th annual meeting of the Ale and Quail Club, a club for media people that often has special guests. There's only one rule at the Ale and Quail Club. It goes like this: say something interesting, and that's it. Now beyond that, happy to welcome Robert F. Kennedy Jr. tonight. I encourage everybody to take him seriously and support him, because I personally have a vested interest in, how should I put this, my life with Robert's policies, because lockdowns and the death shot mandates can extinguish my life and our lives, I should say. And this is the only man I know that can possibly save us from the next round of lockdowns and death shot mandates. And I don't call them death shots for nothing. Enough said. I'm sitting down now, zipping it. Bon appetit, friends.
Bon appetit.
Salud.
Second, and then we put the Aegis missile systems, which are nuclear capable in Romania and Poland. Oh, you know.
Nobody's mentioned, I think, something rather significant, the climate.
Oh God, the hoax. Please, Anthony. It's bullshit. It's solar activity that determines heat on Earth. Just stop with that nonsense. Just, I'm chair here, so just stop with the climate hoax scam.
All right, I reached my question limit. This is gonna be the easy one. I'm gonna lighten it a little bit.
It's a hoax.
Debates. You guys have debate.
You're
I'm not gonna talk to you.
You're ignorant.
You're fucking insane.
Well, no party is good
That's
without
not the
some
question. You're very well,
cursing.
right? So, there's no way you can be able to get on the debate stage.
Well, I don't have a question.
I'm
You're not a
confused.
significant player. I'm gonna urge him to debate.
But he'll never do it because.
I decided I was going to break.
It's a hoax, you're not scumbag.
My brain is having a fall right now.
I wanted to break all this up for a moment, and
That's unbelievable.
I want to just.
Australia produces a massive lithium producer, but most of it gets refined in China.
I've written about it. Paper.
All right, yeah, I just want to.
What's going
on over
Cobalt,
there?
yeah.
Africa?
Can I break all this up for a moment?
My God.
I just wanted to make a
Not often
comment.
I find myself.
Only if we're not gonna talk
It's
about.
not often I find
No,
myself
I want to make
talking
a
to
comment.
living dummy.
I just want to make a comment and break all this up for a moment. I first wanted to thank my dear friend Doug for inviting me here this evening.
You're a human being.
All right,
Let the
Sir
ladies
Anthony,
speak, please.
Sir Anthony, give me a moment.
Thank
Okay,
you.
just 1 second. And I want to say that that Mr. Kennedy here is the epitome of what we believe in America.
What he is. There is no more. Excuse me, please. There is no more learning. There is no more. Excuse me. I'll pay for my meal if I can talk. There's no more learned environmentalist at this table than RFK Jr.
solar minimum.
We just had the 3 hottest days on record. The 3 hottest days on record.
That's bullshit, Ken. You getting that from the New York Times?
I'm not interested in your opinion.
Are
I'm
you
interested
getting
in
that
yours
from the
opinion.
New York
Why
Times?
are you doing
Which
that?
lies?
You are devolving. You are.
This is bullshit. Ken, get the fuck out of here.
You're not running.
Get the fuck out of here. with your bullshit climate hoax change
You
bullshit.
ran Riverkeeper. There's no more.
This is an issue. It's an important issue.
It's a very
It's a
important issue, and there's no more
propaganda.
knowledgeable person at this table than you. So please tell.
He's about conservation, not bogus, not
He was an environmental lawyer.
not
Excuse-
bogus
Doug,
climate
Doug,
change.
He ran,
That's bogus climate change bullshit, Ken.
he ran the environmental law.
Shut up! You miserable little blob. You are nothing.
I still love this bullshit.
You're a fucking nothing.
Just so you know, we have 4 more minutes
here.
here. And
Actually,
maybe you
that
want to
one-
say
It's
your
here.
final word.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I mean, this is.
Bye-bye.
And you want to
Bye-bye.
read some.
He ran the environmental law center at Pace University.
But that doesn't have anything
So
to
I'd
do with
like to
climate
know. I'd
hoax.
like to know what he has.
That's about cleaning up the river.
Come on.
Okay, it's a long discussion.
Of course.
I believe the climate crisis is real. I believe it's existential. Having said that, for 40 years, and if you go back and look at my speeches, 40 years ago, I've
We have a
said,
tape, I was in close.
yeah,
Yes.
I've said a couple things. I never focus on that issue because it's so divisive.
Yeah, it's true.
And most Republicans are environmentalists. If you talk about things that they care about, toxins, their children, and habitat destruction, the destruction of sacred places, all the things that you need to solve the climate, avert a climate crisis, are things we ought to be doing anyway for other reasons, for our economy and for our children's health. I've been suing the coal industry for many years. It's a primary contributor, but I don't sue them on climate.
Right.
I sue them because they're cutting down the Appalachian Mountains. They've cut down the 500 biggest mountains in Appalachia. They flattened an area that's bigger than the size of Delaware, 1.4 million acres. These the habitats where Daniel Boone or Davy Crockett roamed. This is our Purple Mountains Majesty, and it's flat, and it will never regrow. There's 2,200 miles of rivers and streams that have been filled with rubble, and every freshwater fish in America now has mercury contamination in its flesh. The Adirondack Mountains, where I grew up hiking, 1/5 the lakes is sterilized from acid rain. It's coming from those plants. And that acid rain has destroyed the forest cover on the high peaks of the Appalachians from Georgia to northern Quebec. And we spend almost $500 billion a year on respiratory injuries that are connected to ozone and particulates that are coming from coal burning power plants. You never have to talk about climate. I don't insist other people believe in climate change. I don't care. What I talk about is habitat destruction. I talk about regenerative agriculture, which Republicans and Democrats like. I talk about a clean food supply, and about restoring species. And when I was at Standing Rock, I was there with American Indians, with Hell's Angels, with working people from all over the country, and they were not there for climate. It was a climate issue, but they were there to preserve a sacred place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way that we need to start talking. I fell in love with the environment, not because it was a line on the graph that said, I'm gonna kill you at the end. I fell in love with because somebody was destroying a stream and I caught salamanders in when I was a kid. And I think most Americans have the same experience. They love something and they don't want to see it destroyed. And it could be their children's health. When we fought the battle in Flint, Michigan on the water supply, again, Hell's Angels showed up, standing shoulder to shoulder with urban blacks, saying, none of us want this. We all deserve clean water. Well, I focus, and I'm going to focus on, during my campaign, on things that people agree on values that we agree on, rather than the issues that take us apart. And in the end, we're going to, I think, end up in the same place.
Bravo.